Thank you very much. I'm glad to invite our next speaker on the stage. She's Projects Coordinator at AGBU. Please warmly welcome Izabela Merabova.
This on? No? Yes? Okay. Okay, so I'd like to start by thanking the organizers of this event and thanking all of you for being here at this late hour. This is really show your interest in SDGs, and it's very important because you are the ones who actually matter when it comes to development. Now, I can also tell that you're quite tired, and I could judge just by the fact that there was no reaction to the name George Clooney. I don't know if I can beat that, but let me try. Let's first of all see if SDGs matter or why do goals matter at all. Give a bow and an arrow to a man and ask him to shoot. His first reply would be, what at? If you don't give him a target, there's no purpose in shooting. He can shoot an arrow anywhere, and it will land somewhere, so it will, wherever it lands, that's where it lands, there's not much to it. But on the other hand, if you give him a target, you give him something to aim at, something to challenge his skills against, something to measure his progress with. You give his efforts a purpose. That's why the goals matter. I myself, before moving to Yerevan and joining the fantastic AGBU team here, worked at the permanent mission of Armenia to the United Nations in New York. So for me, it really is a great opportunity to tell you in what ways these two worlds, the agenda of UN and the agenda of AGBU, come together when it comes to SDGs. So at AGBU, we see this process in 3 steps. Basically, you set a goal, you tell the world about it, raise awareness, and then you walk your talk. You actually implement your goals. Since its inception, AGBU 110 years ago has been walking the talk, implementing the goals. Now I wonder, what comes to your mind when you hear AGBU, Armenian General Benevolent Union? AUA here, it's symbolic. It's symbolic that we're here at AUA, the institution that was actually founded by AGBU. Can you tell me how many of you are students of AUA here? Can you raise your hand? Yeah. Okay, so here's the news. Each and every one of you are receiving AGBU scholarships. Some of you might not know about that, but AGBU established an endowment, thanks to which the tuition for your education here is cut down. So education is made more accessible to you. We also support educational projects at French University by giving scholarships to the best student there. We also support the wonderful project of Teach for Armenia. Very proud of that, and Larissa here will tell you more about that work. We also give scholarships to students who want to pursue bachelor's or master's degrees elsewhere around the world. I myself am a lucky recipient of such scholarship that made my master's degree possible. And hence I'm with AGBU now, just giving back. So education, goal 4. Would you think, when here AGBU, would you think about goal number 2, zero hunger? Well, let me tell you this. AGBU has senior dining centers that on a daily basis provide meals to our pensioners who come from poor families or who don't have family members left to take care of them. So every single day they come to our dining services and they're sure they're going to be having a meal on their table. There are 3 of them. Overall, they serve about 1,000 senior people every day. So zero hunger is there as well. What about goal number 3? Health. I'm just picking several of them, and it's going to be really short. Not going to scare you away. But for example, health. The initiative started in 1996 when Jefferson Ultrasound Research Institution and AGBU brought ultrasound departments to oncology and Yerevan hospitals. They were doing trainings for the experts. Years later, we brought ultrasound training centers to Yerevan Medical State University. Then it continued by bringing radiology center, and it required cutting-edge equipment. So we've been doing that, and I hope it continues. Another small program, but something that I really like, are these pregnant women's centers. We established those to give individual counseling to pregnant women, to fight child mortality, to give them the knowledge they need. Most of them don't have that. There are many other programs, but the question is how you, the youth, can be part of those programs. Why does this matter to you? Why am I here telling you about our work? So the answer is we actually have a venue for you to become part of these programs, moreover to bring your initiatives, and we'll make them happen. That venue is called Young Professionals Program. All of you are young professionals here. Valuable asset to development. I myself coordinate this program, so I'll be happy to speak to each one of you and answer your questions during the panel, after the panel. But basically, this is a network. Yerevan has Young Professionals Group. Almost every city where AGBU has presence worldwide has Young Professionals Group. So by becoming part of us here in Yerevan, you actually are plugged in a global network of Armenian young professionals, and it is the largest group of its kind worldwide at the moment. So let's say you have an initiative and you want to make it happen. Why can't you do it alone? Well, the thing is, nobody can do everything. Everybody can do something. So if you young professionals unite, you can do more than you could do separately. But if you actually unite under the umbrella of AGBU, and we give you our name, we give you our network, we give you our resources, you can do more than you think. And I'm just going to give you one example and finish with that, just to illustrate how this global network of young professionals actually manifests itself in a tangible outcome. So let's say you became one of us. There was one initiative that one YP Yerevan had. There was a great interest in helping border villages in Armenia. Now alone, that person couldn't do that. So the idea grew among the young professionals group in Yerevan. Then it got out of Yerevan and touched young professionals in Europe, in North America. And so the project of Barekamavan village development was born. It then turned into Pan-YP project because it was actually uniting AGBU YP groups worldwide. So what they wanted to do, they wanted to build greenhouses in Barekamavan village, which actually is situated 2 kilometers away from Azerbaijani village. 2 kilometers away. People still live there facing threats of sniper bullets every day. So they actually needed a source of income to provide for their families, not to leave that strategically important outpost for Armenia. So what they did, they actually circulated the idea among the global network AGBU has. The funds started flowing. YPs from Montreal sent funds. YPs from all European groups sent experts. They brought other partners. YPs here in Yerevan actually made it happen. So they built 5 greenhouses as a start. So they gave stable income for villagers. Then Armenia Tree Project joined. Then the Institute for Sociological Consultations joined. Then our YPs brought more and more partners, and now it's growing. It's going to go to neighboring villages. Now why I'm telling this to you? First of all, to show why it's important to be with us and why it's important for you. It can help you make your ideas real. It is an independent network. It is not an AGBU program. I will be helping you. I will be giving you something that is very important. And it's one word: access. We'll be giving you access to people, to resources, to networks, just to help you make your initiatives real. So this month we're relaunching YP 2016. That's why I'm so happy to be here to share with you this opportunity and invite you to join. The first event that you could join us with, this is, by the way, the QR code for the link below, and that's how you can apply. And I'll be the one reviewing your application. There's my email if you have questions. And then the first event that will unite our first group in 2016 will be on February 22. There will be an interesting workshop that will give you insight into modern social movements that were actually born in the internet. All kinds of movements, we'll talk about Bitcoin, all kinds of stuff that internet actually gave us that we didn't have before. And then March will be the month of nature protection. We'll have a lot of workshops about nature protection. We'll have a workshop where we will actually all together make paper from the recycled paper. You can then do it at home. Then we will be planting trees, and further and further. I don't have agenda all planned because it is your program. Whoever has any initiative will come to me and we'll make it happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Indeed, target is important in our life. And in fact, if you give a person a target, he'll construct the bow and arrow himself. But I think it doesn't work the other way around. Up next, I'm glad to invite our next speaker, who is founder CEO of Teach for Armenia. Please warmly welcome Larisa Rayan.